Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into the whirlwind surrounding Disney's Snow White remake and its lead actress, Rachel Zegler. If you've been online lately, you've probably heard the rumors about empty theaters, co-star conflicts, and Disney executives scrambling behind the scenes. Buckle up, because this story is equal parts Hollywood drama and cautionary tale. Let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the elephant in the room: the Snow White box office flop. Early projections suggested this remake could be a big win for Disney. After all, it's based on their very first animated classic from 1937, and it features an up-and-coming star in the lead. But reality turned out differently. After a disappointing opening weekend, ticket sales plummeted by an alarming 66% in the movie's second week. Critics and audiences alike voiced their discontent, and many theaters were left nearly empty. Social media has been flooded with videos showing entire rows of vacant seats, and Rachel Zegler herself was filmed attending a screening that had only a handful of viewers. According to multiple sources, this may be one of the worst-performing Disney live-action adaptations to date, surpassing even the underwhelming Dumbo, 2019. That's a record no one wants to break. Now, let's shift focus to Andrew Burnap, who was cast in a role akin to the prince. Before the film's release, Andrew had high hopes. In interviews, he shared how thrilled he was to land what could be his breakout part in a classic Disney story. But as the film's reputation took a nosedive, it seems any spotlight meant for Andrew vanished, overshadowed by mounting controversies. When Rachel Zegler started publicly calling his character a weird stalker, it didn't just put fans on edge, it raised questions about how the prince would be portrayed in the final cut. Andrew himself has largely stayed out of the fray publicly, but rumors suggest he might feel frustrated or even blindsided. After all, who wants to hear their co-star repeatedly devalue a role that you've been working hard to perfect? Speculation even grew that some of Andrew's scenes might be cut altogether, which only fueled the perception that the film was being pieced apart before it even had a fair chance in theaters. Of course, Disney itself has been at the center of this storm. Studios invest hundreds of millions of dollars in these live-action remakes, expecting safe, marketable returns. After Rachel Zegler's comments started causing uproar among fans of the 1937 classic, Disney insiders reportedly scrambled to contain the damage. Some even say internal meetings were called to figure out how best to handle their outspoken lead actress. Disney, which usually tries to maintain a family-friendly brand image, suddenly found itself grappling with negative headlines. Fans felt disrespected by Zegler's dismissal of a beloved fairy tale, especially since she called the original storyline outdated and the prince character a stalker. Critics, industry watchers, and even the son of one of the original film's supervising directors, David Hand, called her statements an affront to Walt Disney's legacy. As the backlash grew, the big question became, could the studio salvage this film and its star's reputation before opening day? Another piece of this puzzle is Gal Gadot, who played the evil queen. Known worldwide for her role as Wonder Woman, Gadot was considered a major asset to draw audiences. However, behind the scenes, rumors emerged that she and Rachel Zegler weren't exactly getting along. The tensions reportedly escalated when Zegler posted on social media in support of Palestine at the exact same time she was promoting Snow White. Gadot, an Israeli citizen who served in the Israel Defense Forces, has long been vocal about her support for Israel. With this intersection of strong political views, it didn't take long for friction to emerge. Disney executives were apparently blindsided by Zegler's decision to tie Snow White promotion to a divisive political stance, which could alienate viewers on both sides. Soon after, reports surfaced that Gadot received threats, prompting additional security measures. Whether these tensions were personal or purely political, the result was that the two actresses rarely shared the spotlight comfortably. Observers noted their limited interactions at events, including how Gadot skipped certain international premieres, underscoring the strain behind the scenes. Zegler's political statements didn't stop there. She took to social media again, this time issuing a fiery condemnation of Donald Trump and his supporters. While celebrities voicing their political opinions is hardly new, Disney, aiming for a broad, family-focused audience, often tries to avoid polarizing half the country. Zegler's posts allegedly infuriated some higher-ups who'd already spent millions on marketing a film relying on widespread audience appeal. Even beyond the controversy itself, the optics of a Disney princess publicly attacking a significant portion of potential moviegoers were enough to send studio execs into crisis mode. When boycott calls started flooding in from conservative circles, Disney producers reportedly flew out again to meet with Zegler. Damage control was urgent, and in time, she apologized for her comments. But the internet, as we know, never forgets, and screenshots of her posts circulated widely. Many felt that the apology came only after Disney's pressure, rather than from genuine remorse. By now, the controversies were stacking up like dominoes. Negative remarks about the original fairy tale, spats with co-stars, politically charged social media posts, and looming boycott threats. Meanwhile, Snow White was faltering at the box office. Despite a massive budget, reportedly in the hundreds of millions, audience turnout was dismal. Footage spread online of sparsely populated theaters, sometimes completely empty, especially shocking for a Disney release. In a last-ditch attempt to rally support, Rachel Zegler ventured out to attend showings of her own movie, snapping selfies and encouraging fans to come along. These clips, however, often worked against her, effectively proving how few people were actually in the theater. Each new tweet or video about near-deserted screenings seemed to add more fuel to the internet's mocking fire. Word also started circulating that Disney was unhappy with Zegler's seemingly endless controversies. Insiders alleged that executives floated the possibility of dropping her from future projects. Unconfirmed rumors even claimed she might be suing Disney for wrongful termination or discrimination, though at this point, nothing official has come out to confirm those allegations. Some fans believe Disney is trying to quietly move on, focusing its efforts on other franchises, rather than cleaning up the Snow White fiasco. Outside of Disney, the industry is watching closely. Many major studios have started tightening their guidelines on what cast members can say during press tours, precisely to avoid these kinds of PR nightmares. Rachel Zegler, once hailed as Hollywood's next big musical star after her role in West Side Story, now finds herself labeled by some as a liability. From the fans' perspective, reactions are split. Some blame Disney for failing to rein her in, while others feel she's simply speaking her truth. The result? A polarized audience that spells trouble for any family-focused blockbuster. Industry insiders say this fiasco is a cautionary tale. In an era when social media can amplify any statement worldwide, stars must balance personal authenticity with the responsibilities of representing a massive brand. If you go off-script and alienate large swaths of the audience, the financial consequences can be staggering, and you could jeopardize your own career in the process. Andrew Burnap's enthusiasm for a career-making part evaporated under the cloud of negative press, and Gal Gadot's involvement was overshadowed by tension and controversies that had little to do with the film's actual story. So, is Rachel Zegler doomed to be remembered as the actress who sank a Disney classic? Or can Snow White find renewed life on streaming, potentially reinventing itself with a cult following down the road? Only time will tell. But one thing's certain, the entertainment world is going to use this saga as a lesson in how quickly things can unravel when behind-the-scenes drama goes public. Can Rachel Zegler still bounce back from all this? As always, I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video.